Welcome to Plug City. I'm your host, June. I got my co-hosts.
Project Logic, you already know what's good.
We got two special guests here. This is the first time we're doing a dual interview at the same time. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people out there?
My name is Genius. Chris Wells. We are street.
Chris Wells in the building. What up, dog? He gonna introduce me.
We are Street Gang Productions. 2 of 4. The other 2 members, they out doing their thing.
Okay, well.
Yes, sir, man. I first of all, I just must say that introduction was terrible, man. That introduction don't do y'all justice, bro. Like, this is the illustrious, the amazing, the creative, the super dope, the amazing. Cause he give me beat some love. Street Gang.
Let's go. Let's go.
Super dope, man.
We humble. We're very humble.
Yeah, you got to be humble in this business.
And you don't though, but I appreciate y'all for being humble because you don't have to.
Everybody says that to me, and I have no idea why.
Because me, the previous interview we just had that conversation. Me and Dak were just talking about that, and I was telling him, from looking up, I'm a nerd, what I'm saying, so I look up definitions and etymology, where the words come from. And humble isn't about you.
You're right.
Humble is about other people's reaction to your success.
Right.
If you're in a football game and you score a touchdown and you're excited and you want to dance, you can't do that because that's going to make them feel away.
Right.
You can't celebrate your success for fear of how to make other people feel.
Right.
So you have to be cognizant of that. You hit a 3, you want to dance and do whatever, but the other team going to be mad. Like if y'all motherfuckers just made a super dope ass beat and it's, this is the dopest beat we ever made, woo woo woo. But then how other producers gonna feel?
Right.
We smoking the game. Oh, you talking about me?
Right.
So humble is always about protecting other people's reaction to your success.
Right.
So
well, what I would say is that we're not arrogant. We're just really confident in our abilities. But I don't think I'm better than anybody else in a way where I'm shitting on others. If you catch my drift.
I feel you. That's a very political way to answer that.
But I can go along. I didn't know the definition, the full definition of that. So honestly, I'm the shit talker. So fuck them. Honestly.
All right, man. So we kind of just jumped into it, man, because I kind of got a relationship with y'all a little bit. But we're gonna start from the beginning, man. Let's talk about the history. I guess we'll start with Chris first, and then we'll go Genius and how you guys came together. But first, let's talk about how you got into doing music as a whole, whether it be beats or whatever. What brought you into music to begin with?
Oh man. Okay, so let me think about this for a second because it's layers to it, but I'm gonna try to keep it brief. My uncle used to be in a band called Fresh back in the day. They used to do work with the Temptations. My grandfather was in a singing group back in the day that actually paved the way for the Motown sound. I cannot remember the exact name of the group. Okay. But it's always been in the family. Okay. My aunt was married to Obi Trice's brother, Damon. Damon Trice. Shout out to Damon. And she was like, yo, I want you to watch something. I'm like, what's up? She put on this movie, and I'm like, damn, man, this motherfucker look like me. You already know what I'm talking about. Play the guitar, got the purple spandex on and everything, Purple Rain. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, man, this dude do everything. I'm like, that's what I want to be when I grow up, man. I want to, like, it was official. Yeah. I'm like, I want to make music. So, like, Prince, man, is like, that's pretty much where it started off as. Okay. I was like, I want to say about 16, I was on the east side in the projects on Warren and Connor. Got myself a program called Cakewalk. Was doing beats on there. Then I switched over to FL Studio, went to Reason, then went back to FL Studio. Learned how to play the piano and the guitar when I was like 14 years old. And I do it by ear. I don't even know how to read music. I can hear music and just like, oh, okay, hold on. Yep, I got it. And just start playing. So that's basically like where it started off as. Probably like when I was like 16 years old is when I finally started taking it seriously. Okay. And
what about you, James?
Me, it's a little more simpler. I always like music, like just the music aspect of it. So it's like a lot of people would always like, someone could hear a song and recite all the lyrics. I still can't do that. There's certain songs I can do that too, but I was always attracted to the beat, always. And my stepdad used to always listen to you remember back in the 90s
Wait,
it,
night.
it would be like a tape with a whole bunch of bass beats, or you know what I'm saying? Like he used to just drive around banging it. He had a system in the car and everything. So it's like I love beats so much. And then I say in high school I was probably like 14, and we were driving, and my homeboy put in the Crime Mob CD, Nuck If You Buck, and I was just like, I could make something like this. And he was like, all right, you want to? And I was like, yeah. So we pulled up over at Derek and them crib, Wire Tracks, and put me in the studio. It was a Motif, MPC 2500, like floppy disk, old school, everything. And he was like, all right, go ahead and make a beat. And I'm like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, from there, I watched Rob Clayton.
Yeah.
He made a beat in front of me, and I fell in love. Like I never stopped after that. Yeah, that was my introduction was just like that, was watching Rob Clayton from Wide Tracks make beats, and I fell in love instantly.
Okay. Now I'm gonna always go, Christy. Can you
Not good.
question why? So where you from? Where you from?
Detroit.
Detroit. What side?
I was born on the east,
Okay.
west, came back to the east, now I'm back west.
Okay. Genius.
Pontiac, born and raised, for real. Not
North
like
side?
not them goofy motherfuckers. But yeah, I grew up on the north, on Kenilworth, Newman Lane. I lived in Warren Park Manor. That was pretty much like my areas, Baldwin and everything. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, and I know that you said some of your early on music influence, Prince played a big. Who are some of your other early music influence?
Ooh, Prince for one, Michael Jackson,
Okay.
Quincy Jones, The Temptations, Supremes, Earth, Wind and Fire, Timbaland, Dr. Dre, Pharrell, the Neptunes, bro, just in general, bro,
Okay.
amazing. Jay Dilla, Just Blaze. I grew up from that era. So I would say, far as hip hop, I would say them main producers would be the ones.
Okay.
Yeah, especially back in the day when we starting to make beats, everybody had the Jay Dilla kit, the Timberland kit,
Right.
the Scott Storch kit, and all this shit
Right.
sound the same.
Right,
Who
exactly.
were some of your influences starting out?
Mine starting off, Dr. Dre, and it's because I'm a little younger for this, but back to my stepdad, he used to watch Crush Groove all the time, and I was obsessed with Rick Rubin. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from where I came from, I was always the only white boy. So it's like to see him in New York, he's starting Def Jam, he's one of the co-founders, you know what I'm saying? It's like I just had an obsession with him. So Rick Rubin was like a really big influence on me.
He was a genius.
Yeah, man,
He was a genius.
yeah, that dude is,
Facts.
even today, like it's
Like
ridiculous what he
Buddhist
does.
Music, like
Yeah.
Tibetan.
Don't wear
like,
shoes because he
won,
doesn't
like,
want
a
to.
Grammy for like some cowbell.
Yeah.
He won a Grammy for cowbell.
Right.
They did a
Yo.
tour of his studio.
Cool.
He did they gutted like a trailer, like a road trailer or something like that. I don't know what the hell it is, but they gutted it out and put a studio in it. But when you look on the outside of it, it's set up at his crib or whatever, like it looks like the shit's falling apart. You go inside, it's beautiful. Like it's like $2 million worth of equipment and everything inside of it. It's crazy as hell.
It's like an analogy for Rick Rubin. You look at him like, what the fuck is going on? Then he does some amazing ass shit.
Bro, it's crazy. You'll see him. You'll see a Jay-Z interview or some type of tape. You'll see Jay, Swiss, Tim, and then you see this white dude that's bald with hair coming from the side of his head down to his chest with no shoes on, just laying on the couch in a white t-shirt. Like, just like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
All right, so let's kind of talk about the early on process of, because you guys didn't start off together as far as doing beats. You guys were on your own path. So what are some of the struggles early on getting into production and making beats or making music or whatever you started off doing? Because I don't know if you guys both, I think Genius, you started off doing beats for rappers.
yeah.
I don't know if you started off, Chris.
I started off just honing my craft. I was just making beats for myself.
Okay.
Me and my brother, we was in a group back in the day.
Okay.
And I was just making beats for us.
Okay.
But my biggest struggle at the time was basically getting quality sounds, because back then we didn't have that much access to the sounds that we have today.
Okay.
Back then we was using sound fonts and what's something else? Like the VSTs that they had back then, virtual instruments. It was dated shit.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible. Like everything sounded like trash. So like I would listen to the radio. I'm like, damn man, how do I get my music to sound like that? And that's when I found out that everybody was using the Tritons, the Phantoms, the Motifs, and I didn't have the money to afford them type of keyboards. So I just had to use with what I had. So I made do with what I could with it. But my main struggle back then was basically trying to get a quality sound because I didn't have the resources.
And what about you?
What was the question one more time? Sorry.
What were some of the earlier struggles that you ran into getting into production?
Starting off, to me it was more of I did it and didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Cause I wasn't confident, kind of, you know, and I was doing it at a wire track spot.
Really?
So yeah, I didn't tell anybody I made beats for like maybe 4 years. So it was like my thing, and I never really, only like a few people that were like really around me kind of knew. I didn't really start getting super serious with it until I got a little bit older, but we can go into depth in that a little bit more. But once I did start taking it serious, like a lot of the issues that I dealt with was like dealing with people at first, you know, you go through the stage where it's like I'm a nobody at all. So it's like how do I get my name out there? So you start giving them away and shit. And then people are making all these songs and everything, and they kind of pump you up a little bit, like, oh, you the coldest. Like, like when in actuality, I'm not, you know, but you just trying to pump my head up because I'm getting you free shit. But then I started hitting people, and it was actually an argument with my son and my daughter's mom. We were together at the time, and she was talking shit, and she was like, yeah, they only fuck with you because you give them away free beats. And to prove a point, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they gonna pay. I'll show you. And I started charging everybody like $20 a beat. Disappeared. There was like 3 or 4 people that actually stuck around out of the 60 rappers in Pontiac. And yeah, so it's like I had to go through those stages of like charging, you know, a little $20, and then I went up to $30, and then it went down to like one person fucking with me, and then I moved outside, and then it started changing a little bit after that.
Kind of since you spoke on that, we're gonna kind of stick with you for that one. At what point did you really start taking it serious? Like, was it the $20 or $30? At what point was you like, all right, let me get for real with this?
So with me, I've always like, even like high school, middle school, like I've always had, you know, I was raised by my mom, you know, single mom, or we was poor as hell, like one pair of shoes a year type shit or whatever.
Man.
So I always had that hustler, you know, like I had to get money, you know what I'm saying? I had to do something for it. So at first it started off like that, and I started taking it a little serious. I was making like $20 a beat type thing or whatever, but it wasn't no money for real. So, you know, I was doing the typical shit. I was selling dope, and, you know, I did that all through high school, like buying cars and everything. So like music really went to the back burner. And I took it super serious. I caught a dope case, gun charge, and I got into the motorcycle accident, and then my brother, just like my brother Moosey, he killed somebody. So he got 21 years in prison. So, you know, that's all we did all the time, selling dope, run around doing dumb shit, you know. So it's like he went to prison for 21 years. I got my gun charge. I got a cocaine, marijuana charge, and then they put me on probation and everything. I had to pay so much money and shit. It was ridiculous. And I was just like, what am I gonna do to make money, because they on my ass now? Yeah. So I pretty much was like, you know, I'm gonna take this music serious. And after that, I never stopped. And I had my son, and that was a big motivation for me too. It was just like, how can I do something that I can make sure I make money, and I'm gonna stick around for my son? And that was like my main push, honestly, was my son.
You, Chris?
What was the question again?
In other words, you talk too much.
Like I was on the deep end listening to what he was saying. Like, damn, that's crazy.
No, just at what point did you really start taking, you know, producing serious?
Producing seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember when I was telling you about my aunt being married to Obi's brother at the time? Yeah. When I found that out, I was making beats for like a year. And I was probably like around 17, 18 at the time when I got this information. And I was just like, for real? So it kind of inspired me. And I'm like, yo, man, this is probably going to be my way in. But what really that was a part of it, but the main reason what made me want to take music seriously is because my sole motivation was to help my family. I wanted to provide for them. You know, everybody at the time when we was growing up, our first thought is like, yo, man, we're gonna make it big, we're gonna make millions of dollars, we're gonna do this, that, and the third, man, and we're gonna buy our mom a big ass mansion, big ass cars, and say, hey, mama, here's the key. You know what I'm saying? That was my motivation, you know what I'm saying? It's still like that, but it's a lot more realistic because we know it's not gonna happen like that right now or tomorrow. It could, you know what I'm saying? But my main motivation to take this seriously was to help my family, because I've been through a lot. Like, my past is dark. You know, I was homeless, I was in foster care. I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, it made me proud because, like, it made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? But that was basically my motivation, was my struggle in life in general. You feel me? So, yeah.
Okay, kind of, you know, going off of that, it seems to me, now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it seems for the most part, you guys mostly work with rappers.
Released stuff that gets released, yes. But we
Yes.
do work with a lot of singers and stuff. But
It's so hard to find singers, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 'Cause
And-
everybody say they sing, and then you find out they really can't sing. They need auto-tune.
or then you do find a dope ass singer.
Not auto-tune.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
tune.
But then you'll find a dope ass singer, and like their work ethic isn't shit. So it's like you really gotta like force them, and it's like it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, we gotta make 10 beats to submit to this artist.
Not to be stereotypical, because like,
Yeah,
not all singers are like
No,
that.
yeah,
The ones
just
we've dealt with, yeah, most of their work ethic is shit.
But it's like we're busy doing shit, but then I gotta chase after you. And make sure that you're doing your shit, you know what I'm saying? But I got shit that I gotta do. He's got things that he's gotta do.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating as far as that, but like we got a lot of songs with like R&B singers and stuff. Like one that did come out, Nick Lavelle, we had a song with him, he released, I liked it. They shot a video down
That
in
was
Miami
hard.
during spring break, like that shit was dope as hell.
It's crazy when we made that beat, because at first I hated that beat.
Yep.
Most producers say that, like they biggest song that they hate. Like,
Man, because like it was so damn simple. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from the beat battle culture, so like we all about complexity. So he was like, he told me in the studio, he was like, hey, yo, bro, I'm about to show you how to make money. I'm like, what?
Yep.
He started playing some simple ass shit on the piano. I'm like, bro, what is this?
4 notes.
me and this dude had that conversation all the time when
Yeah.
it comes to music, because y'all playing something, he's like, man, it's straight, but it's just the same loop over and over.
Man.
I'm like, but it's dope.
Right.
But see, what is different
Right.
when it comes to me, it's different when it comes to like some hip hop shit. Cause it's like it just goes over and over and over, and then really when you got like if you find that one chop and you just do that, a lot of people don't switch up the drums here.
Yeah.
Don't drop the bass out. Don't switch up the bass.
No
Don't add
sense
an
of
instrument.
arrangement. No
Nothing.
sense of
So it's
arrangement.
just a loop and a loop and a loop. The simple shit that we're talking about, like we do that. We can take that instrument out and then have the bass and the drums, and then it's a different feel.
Yeah, I love
and
it
then
now.
bring it back
I love it
and
now.
take all the drums out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
When a lot of dudes do the simple ass hip hop beats, it's just like, oh, you put some drums on a loop. Oh, okay.
Right.
Good job. Like,
Right.
The reason why I ask that though, and I'm more so speaking from the rapper standpoint, and I guess this may apply a little bit to the singer standpoint as well. It seems there's always a love-hate relationship between artist and producer. And what I mean by that is, and I'm speaking more so local artist, local producer, things of that nature, where the artist needs the producer needs the artist to a certain degree. But there's always a discrepancy, not always, a lot of times there's a discrepancy in value.
Yeah.
And who brings what value to who.
Because we don't understand each other.
Yeah.
Like, I came to a realization that we're actually 100% the same.
Yeah.
We think the
Exactly.
same, we hustle the same, we want the same shit. Like, I'll give you a prime example, right? Producers complain about artists that are cheapskates,
Yeah.
try to finesse and get and try to like get over on you on getting cheap shit or getting something free, right? Producers do the same thing. If you look at the comments on like the plugins or VSTs or the software that they make for us in the comment sections, producers be like, man, $150 is too much for a VST. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Like, invest in your shit, man, and buy that product. You got a problem with the price tag? Sell some beats, bro, and then pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But you got producers that think the same way. You got artists that think the same way. But then you got artists that respect the game. You got producers that respect the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just gotta be able to have that type of dialogue in order for us to understand that we're basically just out here trying to get the same shit. We just gotta respect each other's business. You feel me?
So how do you balance that when you're working with an artist?
How do I balance that?
Yeah, well, how do you balance? Because you're saying you understand that you're basically the same. You and the artist are basically the same.
Okay.
You want to make as much as possible, but you want to spend as little as possible.
Yeah.
And both from the same standpoint. So now here comes the artist coming to you, saying, "Yo, your beats is fire, but your ticket is $1,000.
Right.
But I ain't trying to pay that 1,000."
Well, I like to work with an artist.
Okay.
Like, okay, let's say I believe in you as an artist, and I'm like, okay, he's dope. I believe in him. I support what he does. I'm willing to be lenient with that. I'm not gonna hit you like, yeah, man, it's $1,000. And it also depends on how it goes about. Like, let's say I come to you and I be like, hey, yo, bro, man, I want you to hop on these beats, fam. You know what I'm saying? Bless the mic on these motherfuckers, right? You shouldn't be expecting me to charge you for that shit.
Bless the
So
mic.
help me understand that, right? Because I'm just speaking strictly from a business standpoint, and I'm gonna use an example.
Yeah.
A super annoying example that I'm pretty sure both of you guys can relate to, right?
That's fine.
Have you ever been to the mall?
I just left that motherfucker.
Walking through the mall, you minding your business, walking to a store, and then dude in the middle of the mall, hey, bro, come here. Let me shine your shoes real quick. Let me show you this. Like, they may call you over to shine your shoes,
But they still want to get paid.
They still want to get paid.
They still wanna get paid.
Because they're just advertising their business. So
Yeah.
somebody don't approach me about cutting my grass. I didn't
That's a
ask him to
good
cut
point.
my grass. Should I expect my grass to be cut for the free?
Right.
So if you're approaching
Right.
somebody to work, you're advertising a business.
Right.
You're a human
I
commercial.
personally feel that in especially in hip hop, because I don't really deal with this in other genres.
Okay.
I usually deal with it in our culture because I feel like we don't respect the business enough. We really need to. We just got to educate ourselves and make it absolutely unnecessary to behave that way.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, it's like if people would just respect the fact that this is my business, then they wouldn't come at me like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't. And the reason why is because they don't value it. Like you said, they don't have no value in it. They'll buy $300 pair of Jordans before they buy a $300 beat. And my beats ain't $300, they more than that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm willing to work with you. Like, okay, man, we'll just do some payments.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can pay me like every other 2 weeks or something like that. It's something. You feel me? But people, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
how
at
do
the-
y'all feel, just to you, how do you feel y'all bridge that gap between the disconnect between producer and artist? How do you, because I understand everything you said, I agree with from a hypothetical standpoint, that your artists have to respect your grind, your talent, your integrity, what you put into this, and from a hypothetical standpoint, that's perfect. But how does that work in practicality? Like, how do you bridge that gap and make that work so artists understand not just they're paying it because you're charging it, but how do you get them to understand the value of what you're doing?
Damn, that's a really good question.
I'm gonna get that drink though.
To that, I would say more of that's where like kind of me and him will sit down, and it's like an artist that we're gonna deal with, we want to work with or something like that. We'll sit down and look at them, and check out the social media, check out events, things that they've done. So it's like, all right, this artist, he's serious. He's got a lot of people. He's got a bunch of fans. Like, he's actually doing things. He's rubbing elbows with people. He's doing stuff constantly, right? Am I willing to invest my time and pretty much money that we've bought, equipment, all kinds of stuff, and giving him a beat or working with him, on a love type of thing? Like, what can we take away from it because this person's actually consistent, right? But then in the same sense, you'll get somebody that's dope as hell, super dope rapper, singer, whatever. They come to you and they're expecting stuff for free. But then it's like, I know what I'm bringing to the table because, like, we have fans, we have people that follow us, people that watch us and everything. I got celebrities that follow me, like, I got A&Rs that follow me and everything. So it's like, when I share your stuff, I know who I'm putting you in front of. But then at the same time, it's like, what are you going to do when you put out a new single every 6 months and you promote it for 2 days and then you disappear off social media, you disappear from shows, everything. And then your main thing always is complaining about people don't want to work with me, or they charging to do this, they charging to do that, da, da, da. So it's like, we just really sit and, before we even react, we're like, oh yeah, we want to work with this person, we gonna fuck with you. We have a conversation, we talk about it, and be like, all right, yeah, I'm willing to waste my time.
Okay.
that potential of, you know, because we've done that. We've worked with artists and been like, I really fuck with this dude. Like, this is crazy. And we put the time and everything in it, and it just falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we just had to come together, me and him, as, you know, a mutual agreement. Like, I'm willing to waste the time.
Okay, to see what it come out of.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It could be something, it couldn't be, but I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah, but that usually happens because you got a lot of people that there's a difference between a hobbyist and a professional. Somebody that's actually about this lifestyle, about this career. Then you got people that's just doing it for fun. You know, it's something on the side. They're not taking it seriously. And then they're dealing with people that do take it seriously. And then that's when we get that type of upset.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, because like this is going great, right? And you guys are talking a lot of knowledge. So I'm gonna move ahead for a different question real quick, just to make sure we give you guys the credibility that you guys need and what you guys are saying. So Nat, who are some of the artists that you have produced for?
Method Man,
Ill
Will, Blue Raspberry,
Ice Wear Bezel,
Sada Baby,
um,
Gunplay,
Rocky Bad, Yo Gotti.
Courtney Bell.
I can go back older, OJ the Juice Man.
We even did some with Roscoe Dash. That hasn't been
Yeah,
put
that
out
ain't
yet.
never get put out. Roast Bit, Marv One, Ron Dance 101, Logic. Project Logic.
But I just wanted to make sure you guys continue on with the names as they come to you. But I want to make sure you guys get that out there, because a lot of time, in anything, when people get to talking, the first thing somebody wants to say,
Who did you work for?
Yeah, who are you to say that? What
Because,
did you do?
bro, like
you
and
know,
that's been going on for years, but everything's based off a popularity contest, bro.
Nisha Nashay, Double XL magazine. We've had shit on World Star.
the shit with Crooked Eye. Did he use it?
No,
There was
man,
it
so
was a
look-
sample that he wanted us to do. Well, it was a sample he put out on his Instagram. He was like, "Yo, man, who could flip this?" So we flipped it, did a video. He thought it was cold as hell, and he
yeah,
reposted it.
yeah, and that was
Okay.
pretty much the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just off subject. Crazy thing, right? So we sent him some beats, right? Because one of our homeboys made some beats for him or whatever, so they did a song and everything with him. Sent him some beats, right? 2 days later, this man emails me back. Do you want to know he emailed me back?
What?
A fire emoji.
That was it.
I'm like, what do I say to this? Like,
right.
All right. But yeah.
But everybody got their thing, though. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Yeah, but I just
Right.
really want people to understand that when you guys are talking, there's some credibility behind
Oh, yeah.
what you're saying, and that you guys have actually done some of the things that give you the stance to actually say what you're saying. So
For sure.
I just kind of wanted to put that out there. What are your thoughts on selling beats versus leasing beats when dealing with local artists? And is there a difference to you guys?
You mean like selling beats between lease and exclusives? Like selling an exclusive beat where I give you the beat and you own it outright. Nobody else can own the beat
So let's
but
put it
you.
up there. So when you're selling a beat, is that expressly explained to an, like if I was just to hit you up, I'm MC such and such, and I say, yo, I heard what you did for Ill Will, that's fire. You know, let me get a beat. What's your ticket? You say, yo, 800, 1500, whatever your ticket is. When you tell me your ticket, if I'm novice MC and I have no idea how this works, for 800, 1500, 500, whatever your ticket is, what am I getting for that ticket?
I would tell you what it is. I'm not gonna let you just. I don't like taking advantage of people,
Okay.
especially in this game, because that's what most people do. So
Okay.
like, if I'm gonna give you a ticket, I'm gonna tell you what comes with that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just give you a beat and then hit you up a couple of months later and be like, hey, yeah, so I'm on the phone with Drake and he want that beat.
Okay, so what normally for that price, what is the artist getting for your standard price?
Well, it depends.
Okay. You gotta explain a little bit.
Well, it depends, because like prices vary. Sometimes they change. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be. It's not a static chart where it's always the same.
Okay.
The prices change depending on who I'm dealing with.
So are
too.
you saying, okay, let's say for $1,200, MCA can get exclusive rights, but for $1,200, MCB would get a lease?
I wouldn't do that.
I'm
Nah,
saying, so when you say
That's
not
unethical.
That's what,
No, real
No,
shit.
no,
It's
that's-
unethical as fuck.
So that's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah.
For your stamp, $1,500 price, $800 price, for whatever that standard price, what is the artist getting for that price? Would it be, or is every artist get different prices for leases?
Right.
Oh,
If I'm giving out prices like that, they would be exclusive rights. That means if
Yeah.
you buy the beat, you own that beat outright. You're the only person that could use that beat. Period.
Okay.
But the thing is, a lot of artists get twisted is that you got exclusive rights it's still my shit.
Okay. So now, what does that mean? Kind of break that down a little bit.
Well,
Well, the little detail stuff that kind of get real technical.
Okay, let me
important?
put it like as an analogy, right? Let's say you go up to Best Buy, you buy yourself the new PS5, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you own that PS5, but do you own Sony?
Okay.
No. You see what I'm saying? Like, you own that PlayStation, you own the rights to. If you look at the terms of agreement, you agreed to use their product.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't own the PlayStation patent. You feel me?
So I think for what you're saying, an analogy that will kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm speaking for you, if I'm wrong, let me know. What would kind of make that a little bit more clear would be like $1, right? If you go to work and you earn $1, that is your dollar. But on that dollar, it is property of the United States government. So you can go to jail for burning that dollar.
Yeah.
You can go to jail for defacing that dollar. Like, it's yours, but it's still property of the government, and there's certain things that you can and can't do with that dollar.
Right.
So if I have rights, exclusive rights, if I purchase exclusive rights to a street gang beat, what can I do with that beat, or what can I not do with that beat, and what can you do or cannot do with that beat?
Okay.
See, but it's so many.
I got perfect answers. Can I say that?
Go ahead.
You can do whatever the hell you want with it. You just can't sell it. You can't sell the beat to another artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, that's my beat. So if you trying to sell it, if you buy a beat exclusive right and you trying to like do some middleman stuff, you got to put me in on that.
Okay,
you
now,
see what I'm saying?
and what can you do with the beat outside of me? Because I have rights to the beat. So what can you do? What rights do you still hold to that beat?
Well, because I gave you exclusive rights, basically it's just a standstill between me and you. My only business with that beat
do anything
is
else
what
with
I'm
it.
doing with
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
That's
But
where
it can't be anything else. Like, let's say I gave you the beat for exclusive rights, right? And let's say, I don't know, some other artist wants to get on it or something like that. I'm not going to give it to them. I'm going to talk to you and be like, hey, yo, bro, man, you want to do a remix on this? Now, it's a business act. It's a business agreement between you and me now.
Okay.
I can't just say, yeah, it's cool. That's not right.
So let me ask you this then, and then I'm going to get to you because I want you to be able to speak. So let me ask you this, kind of what we was talking about off camera. You sell me a beat, exclusive rights, let's just say $2,000. Fine. Let's just say a month after you sell me that beat, Drake comes to you and say, yo, I got 100,000 and this beat, I'm gonna turn this beat into God's plan. And this is my idea for that beat. And you come to me, and you say, yo, MC such and such, yo, I know I sold you that beat for 2 bands. I'll give you your 2 bands back and give you 4 or 5 other beats because Drake want this. And he about to give me 100,000 and play in a video. And I'm just MC asshole. And I say, no, fuck Drake. I don't like Drake. He don't write his own shit. Fuck Drake.
I got to honor the contract. Whatever I sold you, that's what it is. I have to honor that. If I don't, then I'm losing my integrity as a producer.
Okay.
In a sense, but then
Are you on some fuck? He on some fuck shit on camera. This crazy. Go ahead, bro. Say it, dog.
Genius, like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
So, but this is the
lawyer
big thing.
came out.
See, the big thing
Go ahead.
is like a lot of people think I got exclusive rights. That's it. No, it's a contract to that shit.
Okay.
So you can have exclusive rights to that beat where you the only one to do a song. It could be in there. I'm putting this bitch on TVs. I'm putting it on video game. I could do any of that outside of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, in that type of situation, fucking Drake, bro, Drake is going to change.
I'm still going to hit you up, like, bro,
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna
got
hit
to
you
work
up.
something out,
But
dog.
like
we
you
can
think about
renegotiate some shit.
Drake, Hove, somebody like something crazy like that,
Yeah.
and like, bro, you're not gonna take this 2,000 back and 4 free breaks, like,
But
you being a whole ass motherfucker.
Exactly. And that's the only reason I was using that example. That's why I
Yeah.
purposely use the extreme. Because most people will understand that. But
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
reason, insert whatever, I'm just being a dead stock asshole. I
Yeah.
don't want to budge. Me and you done got into an argument
Yeah.
after I bought the beat.
Man.
Whatever. Like, how
But
do
that's
you,
a good ass question, man.
It
'Cause
is.
people need to think about that type of shit because there's scenarios that actually happen like that.
and you guys are just
We had
We
something
went through something like that
like
recently.
a few
talk about
months
it a little
ago.
bit. You don't have to go into details.
So,
Well, we sold a beat to somebody, and
but like a year before, we sent these beats off to somebody out in California.
and that's something we deal with a lot because
Yeah.
a lot of artists, especially in the industry, the mainstream artists or even bigger local artists in the city, it take them months to finally get back with you.
Yeah.
And we sending beats out, man, because we trying to get our money, we trying to get that bag, and we found out later, months later. You know what I'm saying?
And we found out, it was just some weird shit how we found out. They recorded a song, shot a video, everything,
The California artist?
before we even knew anything was happening with it.
Okay.
And this other artist already had a song recorded, was
Yeah.
like about to put it out, everything.
Yeah.
But the person that got on it, we were like, yeah, we can't really, like I can't call, hey bro, y'all gotta stop everything. Y'all just did all this shit. But then that's where is a fucked up thing in the music industry, especially at the lower level, is the communication.
Well, we
It's-
didn't discuss whether it was exclusive. or
Yeah, we didn't do
that.
anything
It was
like
basically
that.
just a lease sale.
Yeah.
We wasn't hitting him with X amount of dollars. He was just buying a beat. He'd come in, record this, that, and the other.
But we took care of him, though.
We took care of him.
We redid the beat.
Well, we didn't redo the beat. We made a beat in the vein of
of
that
it, yeah.
style.
Okay.
He
And so
recorded
he
the
was
song, mixed and mastered it. Like we went above and beyond
made it right.
Yeah.
to make it right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Came over, I recorded him, mixed him,
Yeah,
mastered him,
kicked it.
everything.
We bought food, like everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like wasn't on no whole shit or nothing like that. But it was just like it was a situation that was like out of our hands.
Alright.
But the big part at the lower level, especially like with us as producers, we deal with, and then artists could say the same thing with dealing with producers, is the communication.
Yeah.
I've always been like, my grandfather was old school. You talk to somebody, you talking to them in the face. You got something to say, you say it. Like, I'm very straightforward, and a lot of people don't like that about me. But it's like, look, bro, like, you gonna pay $100 for this beat? Okay, this is still my shit. You know, you can use this. You know what I'm saying? But if something else happens, like, I'm very straightforward. And a lot of times, like, 99% of the time, that shit don't happen ever at all. With the communication, you'll find out what somebody wants to do with something 2 months later after they record the song, or I'll throw you $100. Like, nah, bro, we never talked about price. Like, what do you mean $100? Like, you deal with weird shit like that all the time and stuff. So it's like, and in the music industry too, like a relationship, you could be best friends and everything, and it's just like that should be over something stupid.
Yeah.
So it just takes a level of being an adult and mature to just be able to use your words and communicate.
There's a lot of divas in this game, man. Ain't nobody mature in this game.
Man,
There's so many immature, childish people in this game, dog. Like, it's ridiculous, man. And we deal with that on a daily basis.
and we could go deep into, because it's like, and I say this because like a lot of people don't, I didn't grow up with a dad. I had my grandfather, like, he's old school, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of motherfuckers get grown up by their moms, you know what I'm saying, like raised or whatever and shit. They're scared of confrontation, or they don't know how to handle confrontation. I can have a problem with you and still talk to you and be like, oh damn, I'm being a dumbass, or you did something stupid, and you can understand that. Like, cause it's been times me and you've had conversations where it's gotten a little like
night and day.
I'm like, man, I don't want to talk to you today. I'll talk to you tomorrow type shit.
Yeah.
But then we'll figure it out because we're adults. We know how to communicate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A lot of people, if you go to certain people, like in situations, you be like, I don't like what you did with that. What you mean you don't like what you did? Like, it's not an attack, bro. I'm just explaining something to you. And a lot of people can't do that. So I think that's a big breakdown in the music industry too, is like motherfuckers just don't know how to have a conversation.
And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that a lot of us, by us I mean people who are unsigned local artists, not national, we hear a lot of these stories about artists or producers who are getting taken advantage of in the music, getting raped, bad deals. So nobody wants to come
Get
right
that
out and
head.
say, I don't know. So everybody wants to act like they know because they don't want to be taken advantage of.
Right.
And then here you got two motherfuckers who don't know sitting here at a stalemate arguing about some shit that they both wrong about. Because nobody wants to just say, I don't know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny, and I wouldn't go into it. I was just gonna bring it up, but it ain't gonna bring no value to the pod. But no, I'll bring it up since I said it.
Yeah, bring it up.
So me and Genius, like, we got into it just because I didn't understand, and he explained it to me, and I was just, and it had been told to me, but I didn't quite understand that producers get songwriter credits.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, no, you get producer credit. You don't get songwriter credit.
No, we was talking for like 3 days about this shit, dog.
And it wasn't somebody that explained to me, he like, you got to remember that, oh yeah, he may just be making a beat in your eyes. But in the eyes of BMI, he is writing the music.
Facts.
So because he's looked at as writing the music, a music is part of the song,
Yep.
he is a songwriter.
Right.
And then I was like, oh.
Yep.
And then I called him back immediately and was like, you know what? I thought this, I thought that. I wasn't ashamed to call him up and be like, yo, I had that wrong.
Yeah.
But the conversation started and good because I called him up like, yo, making beats. I want to make sure the splits is right. Yo, what we doing? Yada, yada. He was like, yeah, I want 50% song. What? like, hold on. You ain't write these bars?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
Well, I think the simplest way of saying it is like this. You wrote the lyrics, I made the beat, we made a song.
and I think the difference is that what made it stand out for me is when he said, when the person, and it was my boy Peck, the producer, shout out to Peck, he said, Genius wrote the music. take out the word make and replace it with write. Because if you do a song when you just doing, yeah, you didn't write that shit down. But yet you're the songwriter.
Right.
He might not have wrote those notes, but he's getting credit for writing that music. So if you keep that in your mind, that he's getting credit for writing the music, you're getting credit for writing the words, whether you wrote them down on paper or not. You could just went there and freestyle. You're the writer. He could just went there and freestyle the keys.
Right.
He's the writer.
Yeah, a
And
lot of
that's what
people. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know this, man. There's a lot of producers that don't get paid because you got a lot of artists and producers, but when they deal with each other, the artist will get 100% the writers and the producer will get 100% the publishing.
Yeah.
And then most of the money is being given through the writers, and then you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of producers dealt with that, man. And it had to. And the only reason why is because a lot of people are just, and it's not to be insulting, we're just ignorant on this type of information. Once we educate ourselves better in this music, man, we start to act accordingly. You feel me?
Exactly, and that leads into the next question. Kind of I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast. They just had a real big breakup, they split up or whatever, and a lot of it was due to business, and it was about what was said versus what was on paper. And it's the Joe Budden podcast. I'm the face of the podcast. I'm the majority owner. You guys are minority. Yada yada yada. Whatever. We in this together. But then when it came down to paperwork, it was this is my shit. You don't have access to accounting. We'll send you accounting, but you can't
And then he
audit
like
accounting.
block him from saying shit for a year or something.
Yeah, but he kind of went back and apologized on that when he said, because the contract said that after you leave this podcast, which most big businesses do, if you leave Delta Airlines from being the president, you can't go and be the president of another airline next year and take all the shit you learned from Delta over
And take it over
America.
here.
He was like, you can't leave us and then go start a podcast tomorrow. Like, no, it's a year waiting period. But he came back and apologized and was like, I encourage him to start their own shit, whatever they decide to come back, whatever. But it brought up a big topic between me and a lot of my friends, and they kind of thanked me for being the asshole I am, because anytime I go into a business situation, I'm always super detail oriented on that type of shit, because I know that can happen. Everything changes once Spotify offered $30 million. Then it was like all that, when we was doing this shit for $2,500 ads, it was all cool. Now we getting 30 million. Hey, let me see what that accounting looking like. Let me see this. So for you guys, like, how do you guys just go off with you two together? Is it like a handshake? Is everything expressed? How do you guys handle those type of situations?
Well, can I say that? Well, I mean,
both of y'all can answer.
Yeah, well, basically, okay, so if we're dealing with any type of business when it comes to money, we always split it down the middle.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
like, if okay, put it to you like this. Okay, so as a producer, let's say I make a beat and an artist get on it. I'm entitled to 50% of that record, period, under any circumstances. Yeah. Okay, now let's say there's two producers on that beat and there's an artist on that beat. That artist is still entitled to 50%. We got to split that other 50 between us. So I'm 25, he's 25. So the artist is 50.
So
you see what I'm saying?
Guys, let's say, for instance, somebody reaches out and say, "Yo, I want a street gang beat," and then let's just say Genius is at work. Genius can't get on it. Y'all talked about doing the beat, but because he can't be, you make the beat. Boom. You do the beat, you do the work because Genius ain't available. That beat, I'm gonna keep using the same example, turns into God's plan. Is now Genius entitled to 50% of that beat?
Well, okay. I talked to Genius about this a couple times.
Okay.
I said, I was telling him, I'm like, look, bro, we are our own entities that are working under an umbrella, which is Street Gang.
Okay.
If Genius does something that's outside of me, he's entitled to whatever work he puts in. You get what you put out. You feel me? So whatever we work together, that's what we break bread within that. But if he does something alone or I do something alone, we're not digging our hands into that. But like you said, if they want a Street Gang beat, then now it starts to get a little bit more specific.
And that's the thing, because like me, I interchange Street Gang with you guys. Like when I told him Street Gang, I didn't know if he was coming in. So Street Gang, but Josh.
Right.
Or sometimes I'll reach out to Chris, and I'll be talking to him on something, they're like, Street Gang. Like, Street Gang is always the umbrella unless somebody say something specific.
Yeah.
So how do you guys differentiate that between somebody coming for a Genius beat, somebody coming for a Chris Wells beat, somebody coming for a Street Gang beat?
Exactly how you said it. Like, if somebody come up to me and they say they want a Street Gang beat, but it's just me, I'm like, oh no, you don't want a Street Gang beat, you want a Chris Wells beat.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So
Or
they
like,
ask
but if
for
they
it.
want a street gang beat, I'm gonna hit up Genius like, yo, bro, man, somebody they want some shit.
Okay.
Let's get in the studio. Let's work. And
Okay.
if he's unavailable, and I'm like, okay, then I guess it's just a Chris Wells beat. You know, I keep it. We keep it as simple as that. That way, we won't have to complicate it too much.
So if I say Street Gang, but Genius does the beat because you're not available, all the money goes to Genius.
Facts.
Okay, and same thing for you, vice versa.
Facts.
Okay.
You know, 808 Mafia work like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why they so damn successful, because they know where their lanes are. They know where their position is. And nobody's not trying to step over each other and be jealous because, oh, one of them's making more money than the other and vice versa. You get it, like I said, you get
Put
what
in
you
the work,
put in.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever work you put in.
And just to be clear, the reason I'm asking that, and we just for the people watching, we kind of went over a little bit of this before, so I didn't just hit them over the head with this question. But the reason I ask is a lot of times, man, when people want to get into beat groups and beat teams or whatever the correct terminology is, and working together on a production team, a lot of this stuff isn't discussed
Right.
until it's the check come in.
Right.
And a lot of people, you know, you run into a lot of these problems if you don't have these conversations and if it's not understood up front. So it's
Right.
just kind of to let people see that when you see successful people in this business doing this, 9 times out of 10 they've had these conversations and they got this understood before they move forward.
Right.
So
Which has me curious on what that's going to be like when we start discussing millions.
Yeah,
right?
which is-
Because like let's say,
Because like right
like
now,
you said
like,
earlier,
we're pretty good. Like we've known each other since 2014, and we've
it's been
probably
about, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
we've-
around 13.
honestly maybe had 2 arguments.
yeah.
We get along that well, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're very understanding.
Yeah, we really
of
don't
what we
argue
do.
about music because we're on the same page.
Yeah, but I mean, in the same sense too, this is like, shit. Sometimes it's like, you know, if I'm the type of the way I am is like this isn't my friend, it's my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even you, like we know each other, like your family. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
So it's like if a motherfucker came to me, it was like, yo, I want a jeans beat. Me, I'm gonna be like, no, you want a street gang beat because I want to take care of my family.
And I can say
My friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't give a fuck if I sold a beat, because I've done it before he's even done it. Is like someone bought a beat from me, you know what I'm saying? And like, we're not rich, you know, nobody is. So it's like, shit, it could be a situation where like, it's been times where like he's had to do some mixing and mastering like with a whole album, and then motherfucker paid him like $800. And I'm like I'm in those sessions, I'm not doing shit because I don't mix and master. But
He's
I'll
there
be
for
the
moral support.
Yeah, I'll be like,
good job, Chris.
hey, you know what? Hey, that kind of sound a little funny. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, you know, hey, bro, you just got 800. Like, can you throw me 100 out of there, 150? Yeah.
I've done it.
You know what I'm saying? And the same thing, like, if I've made a beat and someone buys a beat, like, I'm going to cut them off, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's what we do.
And I know that from experience because you was the one who kept, when I kept saying Genius beats, you was like Street Gang, bro,
Yeah.
Chris, this and that. And he kept, you know, beating it in my head because I was so used to just Genius that he banged Street Gang in my head, pause. And it's like now it's always
Yeah,
Street
Street
Gang.
Gang.
Every time we
Quasi
think about it.
pause.
Super pause. But yeah, so kind of talk a little bit about what each one of you guys bring individually to Street Gang. So
I'm gonna let you go first, Jan.
Me, I'd probably say one of my strongest points is I can make shit happen. I'm very good at going out. Like a lot of times, like people go to events and they'll go to these places and motherfuckers be in there for 5 hours talking to random people and, oh, this person does this, they do this, that. I can go to a room, you give me about 30 minutes just to observe, and I'll figure out who the fuck who is who and who I need to talk to, and I'll go make some shit happen. I'm very good at relationships. I've never been like you know what I mean, when I was younger, I did some dumb shit or whatever, but like as an adult, my relationships with anybody are very solid. I'm very straightforward. I don't do no shiesty shit, no nothing like that. So I'm very good at keeping relationships, making things be what they are. You know what I'm saying? If I need to get something done, I know I can call somebody for a favor, or I could put you with this person, and like I'm very good at that. And I be having some crazy ass fucking ideas. Like crazy ideas when it comes to like samples and,
He be thinking
and
big
weird
as hell,
shit.
man. He think big as hell.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I be doing like it could be the most simplest shit. Like we sent some beats to Royce, and I'm like, well, we gonna send these beats to Royce, and Eminem's gonna be listening to these bitches. Like, you know, I always think because it's like crazy shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always try to think to that standpoint because it's like, you know, this shit, doing music, especially as a producer, is very emotional.
Yeah.
And it's so draining just dealing with bullshit all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm really good at trying to like keep our like hopes up high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this motherfucker, he was supposed to pay $500 for this beat. He bullshitted or whatever. We'll sell that to somebody else. Like, I'm good at that type of stuff. And
his drums are cold as hell.
Yeah,
90%. 90% of the drums and the samples you hear, he's done them or chose those samples.
yeah.
He's crazy as hell with them. Far as for me, anything far as melodic live instrumentation,
Crazy music.
Crazy music, progressive music, the mixes on the reason why our shit knocks so crazy.
That's him.
It's because I'm the guy that's behind the board that's making sure that it sound good. Because like he can come up with a crazy ass idea and then I'll just enhance it and take the blanket off. You'd be like, damn, this shit sound crazy. Like he tells me all the time in the studio, like I never would have thought it would have sounded like that. Because we'll be in the middle of making a beat, right? And he'd be like, I don't know, man, this shit weak. I'm like, hold on. Hold on.
Every time. I swear to God, this is the process.
Watch this. Because like, as soon as I'm hearing it, I'm thinking of something that's 20 steps ahead.
Yeah.
I do something to it. He'd be like, damn, man, this shit hard as hell, man. I'm like, see? Now, if I would have scratched it, you wouldn't be saying that right now. You would have just left with no beats. You feel me? But so my strongest point is like, I'm just a visionary when I listen to music. I can hear the future of what those sounds that he come up with. Like, okay, where can this go? Right. I'm always thinking about approaching beats and music in a different angle. You feel me? I'm always the guy on the keys. Yeah, and I be playing them basses like crazy.
Yeah, we bounce off each other like very, very well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so my one petty question for the evening, and this will go for both of y'all. What is one flaw in the other person? Like one thing that you like, I hate when he do this shit. Like, what is your one for Genius? Genius, what is your one for Chris?
I could probably tell you what he gonna say.
What I'm gonna say?
That what you gonna say about me?
Shit, I feel like we on what's that one TV show? Damn.
We'll start with Genius since y'all what's the one thing that either one flaw or one thing that annoys you just when it comes to production, not personal?
To production?
Yeah. Whether it's business side, the beat making side, or whatever. What is the one thing that you
I mean, business side, we're pretty solid. There really ain't nothing. I say he's slow.
Okay.
And slow. What you mean? Mentally, motherfucker?
In the sense of we'll be making some shit, and I'll be like, man, that shit sounds amazing. And like, if anybody makes beats, he zoom in on some shit, and he'll move some shit over here. There it goes. Now it sound better. I'll be like, bro, what?
Nuances. That annoys you?
You can't even fucking tell.
Bro, it's all about the groove, baby.
Because it don't take like, oh, let me fix this real fast. It'd be like, we'll be fixing that one note, and then had to fix this next note, and that shit'll turn into 30 minutes, and I'll just be sitting there like this.
I'll be tweaking a kick, bro. I'll tweak a kick for like an hour or two, bro. Just to make sure it sit right in the mix, man. Like, all of that shit matters, man. A lot of people get pissed off at Dr. Dre for the same shit. Like, he puts in his time to make sure it's perfect, man. Or at least where it satisfies him, and that's me. But what is annoying me about Genius stuff? I'm trying to really think about it. Hold on.
I'm a pretty amazing fucking person.
Nah, man. Nah. Shit, let me think. Something that annoys me about Genius when we're in the studio, something that's production related or business related.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, he has a knack for being very impatient and like dropping something on the drop of a hat if it's not going well. And that kind of bothers me. Sometimes I'm like, bro, sometimes you need to relax and like think of the bigger picture. You know, we'll deal with a situation probably like with an artist, right? And let's say it appears to be that they're on some bullshit. And I'll be like, hey, yo, Genius, calm down, man. Hold on. Let's think about it from their perspective for a second. And he'd be like, nah, man, fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying?
David Margot, man, fuck that motherfucker.
He'd be ready to just burn bridges.
We done made this beat for 3 hours, and now you bullshitting, fuck
like,
that.
on to the next one. I'm like, yeah, he do that shit all the time. I'm like, bro, chill. I'm like, it's cool, man. Just breathe, man. Woosah. He don't know how to woosah, man.
It's my old inner white man coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's annoying as hell. I be having to explain shit to him. He be like, you know what? I ain't never thought about it like that. I'm like, yeah, you didn't.
How hard is it to get artists to pay your ticket? Like when you finally get to the point, I know you guys are willing to work with certain artists, but I'm pretty sure you guys have a threshold when it's like, yo, how hard is it really to convince you? Because you've made it clear in everything that you guys have both said that you guys are willing to work. And you guys are willing to be flexible, and you guys are willing to budge, and you'll send out beat packs or whatever you need to do. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, and I'm more so, once again, speaking more so local rappers, how hard is it to get a rapper to pay your ticket on what you feel you're worth?
It's not hard at all, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not, because we only deal with people that want to deal with us.
Okay.
If you don't want to deal with me, that's cool. I'm not going to lose sleep. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of fishes in the sea, dog. Like, that's cool. If you don't want to deal with me, that's cool. You know. But if you down and you trying to do business, it's up front. We're going to lay it out all on the table, and we're going to get this money, and we're going to make this music, and it's going to be all great.
Now, has it always been that way, or is that something that you guys developed over time?
I think it's kind
It's
of developed over
developed over
time.
time.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
you know, before, I think, too, it's like once you start doing more things and you feel a little more, like, accomplished, and you got more confidence type thing, then you're a little more easier on being like, all right, look, you got to pay. Because a lot of times, like, when you don't feel mentally like you're there, you're big enough, you don't really, like, telling somebody you want to charge them, you don't want to lose the opportunity,
Yeah.
you don't want to fuck up the relationship. It's so much that go to play into it. But for the past few years, no.
Yeah, we haven't been dealing with that type of
I
energy.
remember when I first started working with Genius, before I knew you, I first started working with Genius. And my thing is, just on a personal tip, I always like to pay because I want stuff a certain way, and I know I want stuff a certain way.
Yeah.
So I hate saying I want something a certain way, and then having the person, well, you know I did this for you for free, or you know. So I'm just like, yo, let me give you the money. But I remember the first time I told somebody I paid Genius for a beat. And they were like, you paid Josh? Like, and the look was like, disgusting. Like,
Really?
Like you eat chitlins?
Yeah.
Like that was just the look. And that's kind of the look I got. Like I kept saying Genius, and they kept making it a point to say his name. Like, you mean nah?
But I bet you it was somebody from Pontiac.
But me and you talked about that. We had that conversation when it happened.
That's that
And
crabs in a bucket mentality.
and that's the thing. Who put the crabs in the bucket? They ain't tell you that. Jay-Z.
For real, though.
But it was just like, because I know the moment, like, everybody wants to work with a local rapper until he say, y'all want whatever for a verse.
Yep.
It's just like, everybody wants to work with the producer until he said, I want whatever for a beat. Everybody want to come to your studio till they realize that, oh, it's a different fee for recording than it is for mixing.
Yep.
Like, can't you just mix it while I'm recording? Like, all that looks like it's different when it comes to dealing with local artists and getting them to pay. So I'm just kind of trying to get you guys to go back a little bit. Once again, me and Genius had this conversation ad nauseum. So this ain't more so for me, just more so speaking to up and coming producers who are coming into the game, who are at that point where they're just like, yo, I've honed my craft, I'm decent, I'm ready to start charging X amount of dollars. What is that process like getting an artist? Because you guys have relationships now.
Right.
So people know y'all work with who y'all want to work with, y'all work with who y'all don't want to work, I don't want to work with you. You can be picky now. But coming into that,
Well, since we can be kind of picky locally,
yeah.
once you start hitting up that next notch,
Yeah.
it's a whole nother fucking level of the popularities and trying to make relationships with people,
Yeah,
and
that's
people
when you start using
very
the barter
standoffish. Yeah, it gets weird, but
Yeah.
my suggestion for a producer, like when you starting to feel like that, wherever you're based at, leave. Go outside of that circle that everybody knows you. Because truthfully, like, my production career didn't start to like really start jumping off until I left Pontiac.
Okay.
Once I left Pontiac, it was a whole different thing because, and we had this conversation, it's like, you know, once you go out of town and you meet somebody, they get that impression of what you give them when you meet them, how your actions are after that. But then you deal with somebody from your hometown, people that you've known forever, in the same sense. Yeah, bro, I gotta charge you with this. No, I've known you since 2nd grade. You got beat up in the 4th grade. You know, you was dusty as hell. Like, that don't have nothing to do with anything, but they have that mentality. They're stuck on that of what they, you from what they grew up. Like, no, bro, I'm a grown ass man now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. But once you go out of town, like, people really respect your craft. And honestly, like, every time I've ever been out of town, when somebody would be like, "Oh, where are you from?" You telling me, "Oh, I'm from Michigan." I'm from. I'd be like, "Damn," because every time I go to Cali, "Damn, you from Michigan? You go all the way out here?" they take you so much more serious.
Yeah,
Like, okay, yeah, this motherfucker really do this shit.
Yeah.
And they don't waste your time. It ain't bullshit conversation. Like, they really take the thing serious. And it even makes people here back at home, they look at you like, oh, damn, he out there traveling, hanging out, going to parties and doing all, you know, then it changes their outlook on you.
Yeah.
So that would be the best thing that ever happened to my shit. Just leave. Stop fucking with the same people that you fuck with in that inner circle that you've been giving free beats to, that been doing all this stuff. Go out, feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Learn.
Yeah.
You know, because you can learn shit from a dumb rapper. You can learn shit from a dumb producer. Like, just go out, network with people, get to know people. Like, it's always a learning situation and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's building them organic relationships with people outside of your circle, man. I agree with Genius, man. I feel the exact same way. It wasn't until I started traveling that I started seeing more opportunities. I went out there to Hollywood, man. I was out there for 10 days. People in the truck was looking at me funny. They was like, oh, you Hollywood now. I'm like, it ain't even like that. I just put in the effort, stepped my best foot out there, man. I started meeting people, and people started taking me seriously. When I was out there, man, I was in the studio like every day. Didn't get no sleep. I was sleeping like an hour or two a day because I was on such a music high out there, man. It was incredible. I was out there, man, there's celebrities walking down the street. Ran into Danny Trejo. I ran into Run DMC. I saw Jermaine Dupri walking by. I'm like, holy shit, like, this is for real. But in Detroit, man, I quote is from this movie, Shawshank Redemption. They was like, people are institutionalized by their environment. And people are like that here in the D. We kind of like, we hate where we're at, but then we get used to it, then we depend on it. And we don't see nothing else outside of it.
And then you hate everybody that's not doing what you're doing.
That right there is a crazy quote. You hate where you at, you get used to it, then you depend on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
People a lot of people are scared to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny. It's funny that you guys both, Pontiac, Detroit, so close geographically, yet so
far
distant culturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, you running through the same issues
Yeah.
of dealing with your inner circle, growing
bro.
out of that circle.
It's like that everywhere, dog.
Everywhere.
Another thing I say is like we talk about the differences in culture, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's kind of the same everywhere, man. It's not until we actually go to these places and talk to these people. People in New York, people on the West Coast, people down south, they're dealing with the same BS we dealing with here
They just
when it
talk
comes to the
different
music business.
and dress different.
They just talk different and dress different. Yeah, it's all the same shit, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that in different countries too.
So let me ask, kind of going back, kind of bouncing around a little bit now. I'm kind of getting a little pressed for time. I got to enjoying myself and not paying too much attention to the clock. So I know you guys say you work with a couple of big name artists, the Method Man, Icewear, Vezos, Roscoe Dash, Nisha Nashay, things. What are some of the benefits you've seen from working with those bigger name artists?
It opened up a lot of doors of opportunities where, you know how like he was saying that people take you seriously when you travel? Mm-hmm. Well, in this game, it's unfortunate, but it's a popularity contest. When people found out that I was working with Method Man, they're like, hey man, let's work.
Yep.
But I didn't hear that
Lincoln
shit.
Bill.
Yeah, but before that, they like, oh, you a nobody because I ain't never heard of you.
Yeah.
You heard of me now,
Yeah.
and now you want to deal with me. But it opens up opportunities. Another thing is like not only just opportunities, but a chance to build relationships within their circles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so many benefits to dealing with bigger artists. It's ridiculous, bro.
And you guys have actually built like a relationship with Method Man, right?
Yeah, Method Man, a homie.
Yeah,
he's a homie.
we actually just tried to call him.
Yeah, I tried to call him earlier, man. He ain't pick up his phone. I guess he's busy, but there's there's 2 songs that we actually got in the works with him.
That he did 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
He's
But pandemic
now-
fucked everything up.
Just now doing so.
Yeah. Shout out to Method Man, man. But he there's this song that this beat that where I sampled my own voice, and he even said that he'd be trying to tell people that like, no, it's not a sample. Hey, it's not a sample. It's like that's really me, but they think it's a sample. But he heard the shit and he was like, bro, I need this one, man. Like for real. He said, I quote, oh my gosh, like I need this beat.
He probably did say gosh too.
He really did.
No more.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he really did say that.
So let me ask you this real quick. Each of y'all give, 2. What are some, 2 do's and 2 don'ts for new producers coming into the game, just not starting to produce? What is like that
Just
mistakes
not
that you
starting.
might have made coming into the game when you just not really, you done got your little equipment. Maybe even before you get your equipment, what do you buy to start with? What don't you buy? What are some things that you should do that you shouldn't do? Maybe mistakes that you guys might have made early on that hindered you a little bit that you would warn somebody else not to do? And 2 things that you would, want somebody to do to help them get further?
My first thing I would say, as a producer, and a lot of people don't, like, as a producer, we're free agents. I'm not stuck to just working with you. And a lot of producers get that mentality, is like, I'm going to just work with this one person and this one person only. So it's like, don't put all your crab, or all your, what is it? What's
Energy.
What's the term? All your apples in the bucket or some shit?
All your eggs in one basket.
But,
Y'all said everything but the right one.
yeah.
Don't put all your cards in your pocket.
Don't put all your money in your wallet. But
fruit snacks.
don't deal with, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, if you got like a really good relationship with an artist and like you want to work with them and be like with them, that's cool. But still do shit on the outside, because you never know what that can open up for you. Because even I did that early on. Like, when a couple of my homeboys, they rap and shit, I believed 110% that they was gonna be the biggest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? And I put all this time, effort, everything into it, and nothing ever happened. But then I missed 10 different opportunities because I was just so invested in just this one person. So that's one thing for me I wouldn't do at all. And then don't steal your shit. Just buy the program, bro. It's so easy. If you just buy the program, just knuckle down. If you really want to do this shit, spend the money and do it, because anything happens to your music, support, any of that shit. It's true. They're gonna help you. And then the crazy thing about it too, and this shit is happening, me and him, we've talked about it before, because we be like laughing at motherfuckers, is like, they'll steal all these sounds, steal the programs and shit and everything, and then they'll make a hit, right? And then that company that made this piano is like, hold on, that sounds like our piano.
Let me see if they're in our registry.
Are they in our registry? Did they pay for it? Oh, they did. Oh, you got to take that down. And now we're going to sue you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was I can't remember what was the producer that did that?
My boy Curtis King. Shout out to Curtis King, man. He owned, he made this tutorial by FL Studio. That's my boy, because he was humble about, I'm not going to say the word. We just talked about that.
Humble. Don't get loud.
He was really receptive on the situation. He had an illegal copy of FL Studio, and he was making tutorial videos, and he got super big. Like, he is like a super huge producer in the producer community for getting advice and tips and tricks. Yeah. And Image Line hit him up and emailed him by his government name. It was like, what's up? He was like, oh shit. He was like, yeah, we noticed that you have these tutorials and you are not in our registry. We're gonna have to ask you to take all of these videos down.
Millions of views.
Yep. They gave him a break, because if he wouldn't have took those down, they would have sued him. So he took them down, and then he bought FL. I own the all plugins bundle. I get free lifetime updates for life. You know what I'm saying? It's not much, man. That's half a paycheck.
Invest, man.
Yeah, invest in your craft. 2 do's and 2 don'ts on my end.
Just one from it was one from G, one of each from G.
Okay, one from each. Okay, so something that I think, this is more technical. Educate yourself, man. When we start off in this game, we just go with the flow, and we don't have the patience for the stuff that is boring. The stuff that is like, oh man, I gotta learn about split sheets, I gotta learn about leases and exclusives, I gotta learn about royalties, I gotta learn about contracts. Learn that shit, man. Learn about mechanical royalties, performance right royalties. All of that shit matters, man, because you are not getting your money. There's something in the industry called the black box, and this is what happens. If you don't get your royalties and you don't get your money from them streaming services, all of that money goes into the black box. And guess what happens when nobody claims that money? It goes to the highest bidder. And who are the highest bidders? The Drakes, the Jay-Z's, the Nicki Minaj's, the Beyoncé's. They get your money. Yep. Because you're not educated and learning what you need to know. You feel me? So that's something I think that people really need to do. Educate yourself. It's going to be boring. It's going to be long hours, but keep learning that shit. That's something that you should do. Something that you shouldn't do is, damn, I ain't got one for that. I ain't got one for that. Let me think. Something that you shouldn't do. Don't be an asshole in this game, because nobody want to work with a dirtbag. Yeah. If you try to act like you all hotty motty and you know, next thing since God, I ain't gonna want to deal with you. And that's like that with everybody in this game. So when you start getting cocky because you start thinking about your value, you be like, yeah, man, I'm a dope artist. Yeah, I'm a dope producer. I make dope beats. My bars is cold. You're going to think that you the shit and everybody else is beneath you. When you start acting like that, ain't nobody going to want to deal with you. And when nobody want to deal with you, you ain't going to make it in this business, because this business is all about building relationships. It's all about synergy. It's all about what can I do for you and what can you do for me. It's not about what you know. It's not about who you know. It's about who knows you and who fucks with you.
Yep.
And that's just the biggest thing I can say about that.
You could be a dickhead to somebody.
Yeah.
And then the next day be in a studio session, and whoever you in that studio session with, the person you was a dickhead to is that person's cousin.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
So man, I really wish we had like 2 hours. I got like 30 more questions I can ask y'all. But I'm gonna ask y'all one more question. We're gonna wrap it up because this can go on forever.
For sure.
Just kicking it. Y'all be sharing a lot of knowledge. Just give me your one dream artist that you would want to work with.
Dead or alive?
No, somebody in reality. That you
Oh,
want.
real.
Unless you know how to seance somebody back to life. like who would be? You might be a witch. I don't know. But who would be that one person that you would like? Yo, this is who I want to work with. Like I know I would kill a beat for them.
That's a tough question.
I got a few of them. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Rick Ross.
Okay, off the rip.
J. Cole.
What?
Yeah.
I know,
Genius? J. Cole?
Nah, man.
I
nah.
never would have expected you to say that one.
Nah, man.
Nicki. I'd love to work with Nicki.
Oh, yeah. Cardi B, oh my God, I love Cardi, man. And Megan Thee Stallion, dog, like, dog.
Yeah,
Okay, we're
yeah,
going
I
to
bet you
something
would.
different
Lil.
now.
For real.
You said Cole, Nicki,
I named just rappers, though, but as far as singers, I say Summer Walker.
Summer's dope. CPR is one of my favorite songs.
Man, that's what's
Summer
up.
though, yeah.
And I like SZA.
SZA's fire.
SZA dope.
Yeah, SZA, her.
Her, yeah,
Her
I'd
is-
say her. Yeah,
I
her
listen,
would
I
be-
listen to Damage like every day.
Man, The Weeknd,
Oh, yeah.
but old Weeknd.
Oh, Weekend.
Not, I like the new shit that he do,
Yeah.
but I want like 3 albums.
Trilogy Weekend.
Man, look, we just
Yeah.
man, look,
Obliterate.
I can hear y'all doing some shit Weekend for real.
yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah, go ahead and plug y'all shit, man. Where can people find y'all? Where can they find some of the work that y'all done? Like, plug y'all information, man.
Street Game Productions, that's the whole mine, and that's on every platform. Genius on the Beat, every platform.
Chris Wells, Wells with a Z. That's WELLZ. Chris is spelled, you know, how you supposed to spell it. I hope y'all know how to spell out there. I love you guys. Yeah, it's Chris Wells on pretty much everything. Chris Wells on Facebook, Chris Wells on Instagram, Chris Wells on TikTok. Yes, I make funny videos. I'm hilarious. And Snapchat, I think it's Chris Wells Music. And Twitter is Real Chris Wells.
And real quick, I forgot to, I know y'all mentioned some of the artists y'all work for. What are some of the songs that people can go check out? Some of the stuff that y'all have done? Like some of y'all better quality, all of it's better quality, I shouldn't say that.
Appreciate
But some of the stuff where people can reach out to and check out some of y'all work. They want to see what y'all done done.
Nick Lavelle, I like it. Ill Will featuring Method Man, Gold.
Keenan Monet, Big Homie.
Rocky Bad.
Dirty World.
Dirty World. Trying to think of all the Novelist, Liquid Snake.
Oh, man.
Love that damn
That's
song.
fire.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
that
Yes.
visual crazy. What else we got?
All-Star Lead Trap Cinema.
Yep. Rose Can Ruger featuring featuring Icewear Vezo. I can't even remember the damn name of that song.
What song?
The one where you got Vezo on. Out in
I don't
Compton.
remember the name of the song.
That
It
shit is
just
actually
came out
crazy.
recently, so.
They shot a video, had brought Vezo and put him in the Compton projects,
Yeah.
like the projects, and was just out there shooting video and shit.
The song that we did with Mac Nichols from the Lodge Boy.
Yeah, 1996. That was the name of that.
Yeah.
He was just spitting on that too. He ain't even do no hook, no nothing. That was actually
he was
dope.
going. He was going. What else?
101 for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
That's Real Spit, Ron Dance, Mar One.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can.
I also have I have this song that's on one of Decap's playlist called Future Not. It's a song I did with my homie Mini Monster. I do a lot of beats like on SoundCloud and stuff.
Let me check my schedule.